Welcome to the Senate Minute, a podcast dedicated to keeping the public informed about the Indiana General Assembly and engaged in the legislative process. This week, the General Assembly wrapped up the 2016 legislative session. Many agenda bills have passed and are now heading to the governor's desk.
So we're starting to deal with the long-term needs of our counties and cities and towns as we go forward.
To address the road funding issue, legislators worked together to craft Senate Enrolled Act 67 and House Enrolled Act 1001 to provide $1 billion in new state and local road funding over the next 2 years without raising state taxes or creating new debt. Additionally, House Enrolled Act 1001 provides Northeast, North Central, and Southwest Indiana with $42 million in each economic development funds. These pieces of legislation will fully fund Indiana's roads for the next 2 years while lawmakers identify long-term funding options.
Obviously, we came into this session saying we were concerned about the fact that teachers and schools were going to be negatively impacted by the ISTEP test.
Responding to a problem-filled 2015 ISTEP test, Senate Enrolled Act 200 ensures that a school's A through F performance rate cannot be lower than the rating from the previous year. Additionally, House Enrolled Act 1003 prevents 2015 ISTEP scores from harming teacher evaluations. Senators worked diligently to tackle Indiana's growing drug problem this session. Senate Enrolled Act 290 allows courts to convict people in possession of large amounts of drugs as dealers, and not just users, in hopes of getting tougher on those providing our citizens with drugs. House Enrolled Act 1235 establishes a mandatory minimum sentence for the worst types of heroin and meth dealers.
We have a war against these two drugs that's going on around the United States, and Indiana's no different. We need to put the tools in the hands of law enforcement that they need to crack down on the dealers, and we think the combination of these two bills will be effective in doing just that.
Veterans issues were another top priority for lawmakers. Senate Enrolled Act 295 allows veterans who serve on active duty during any armed conflict to be eligible for one-time financial assistance from Indiana's Military Family Relief Fund. Legislators hope that with this bill, they can better aid veterans and provide financial assistance if it's needed. Senate Enrolled Act 308 helps farmers by reducing the farmland property tax bills by $16.5 million within the next year and $49 million by 2018. Thank you for listening to the Senate Minute. Be on the lookout for new podcasts in the coming weeks as lawmakers continue to work on major issues facing our state. To subscribe, visit IndianaSenateRepublicans.com.